Good afternoon and welcome everyone to another session of the Natural Remedies Kitchen Vegan Nutrition, Cooking and Nutrition course. Once again, I am Davina, your main head chef, and at this time I will be demonstrating to you how to make the tuna mayo. I will just share the link now in the classroom, so if anyone wants to watch live, you are free to do so. Okay. So this is your tuna, C-H-U-N-A, and mayo, your tuna mayo. And this you can use in your sandwiches, you can use on your salads, on toast, etc. All right, I will now position the other camera from above. All right, wonderful. Not able to see this one, but the other camera is picking this up. All right, so here we go. I've just pulverized some of the chickpeas. So we've got our chickpeas here. And I have about 6 cups of already boiled chickpeas, which is pretty soft. Now, if you don't, I'm going to use a food processor, but if you don't have a food processor, you can do like this and just crush these chickpeas between your fingers just to crush them a little bit, right? But a food processor will go a little bit faster at this time. So I will use the food processor. But if you don't have a food processor, just use your hand or a potato masher. Yeah, you could use a potato masher and do this job as well. You don't want it too smooth. You want it a bit rough, but you do want them a bit cracked, all right? So this is the consistency. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to throw that in here. So I got everything now in my nice bowl. I'm going to add a juice from 2 limes, and I've thrown my limes in some boiling water to help it to soften up so I can get the juice out. So I'm going to add the juice from 2 limes. And I'm just going to do this over the strainer to save the seeds. Save myself trying to pick the seeds out. So this is something new I learned recently about adding the limes or lemons in, or the citrus, whatever citrus. When it is hard to get the juice out, just drop them in some hot water and it will soften up and you will get a lot of juice. And yes, so said, so done. This is my first time doing it. All right, maybe I will need a little bit more, but we will see as I go along and taste. So here I'm adding some celery, right? I've got my celery already chopped up. I've already got my celery chopped up, so I'm adding it to my mix here. So you can use 1 or 2 sticks of celery. I've got some, what you call this now, carrots, finely diced here. And this is just a little piece of carrot. I'm getting maybe about 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of finely diced carrots here. It is optional, I must let you know. I've got some sweet corn right here, and I've got a whole tin of sweet corn. And I had to run out and buy that today because I didn't have any. So I'm just adding all of it. I've got some spring onions finely chopped here, and this is about 2 or 3 heads or stalks of spring onion. And I'm going to throw that right in. And I'm getting a little feeling that I might need a bigger bowl to mix all of this in. I've got one red onion here, so I'm throwing one red onion in. I will add a little bit more red onion. All right, not so I may have about total 1.5 red onions here. I'm gonna add some white onion as well, and that's one white onion I'm adding. I'm adding a little garlic, so a few, maybe about 2 cloves of garlic. I'm adding right there. Here, I've got some basil, so I'm adding some basil to, and I have a little oregano here, and I'm just adding 2 pinches of oregano. I've got some cayenne pepper grounded up inside this container, but I'm not going to add any cayenne pepper to it because someone just asked for some dinner, and I know they can't manage the cayenne, so I'm not going to bother to add it. Sweet pepper, I've got some yellow sweet pepper and green. It's one pepper has yellow and green on it that I've got chopped up that I'm just dropping in. I've got some red over here. I could maybe I could chop it up a little bit more. It's just in circles at the moment, so I'll get it smaller. This is gonna add a bit nice crunch, help to add a nice crunch, and obviously nice flavor as well. I'm adding to this some garlic powder, or onion powder rather. So you want to use about 2 teaspoons of onion powder right there. All right, I won't be adding anything more at this stage to this, but I'm now going to mix this in, and I've added, as you know, I've added a little lime, but I do believe that I need some more. I prefer using the fresh lime over the lime juice itself, because the lime juice, the liquid one in the bottle, it's just, you have to use too much to get the flavor, and then it will make my thing too liquidy. So let's see. I'm gonna mix this in. I probably should get a spatula because my big hands probably knock the things out. I had a spatula earlier. Yeah. Here we go. So I'll use a spatula. It has mayo on it. Just gonna try and mix everything in nicely. And I do want to get the tang from the lemon in this, because remember the mayo that we made earlier, it is lemon-free mayo. I'm gonna probably get another bowl, something a little bigger. So I've got this one here, and I'll just put the salad leaves that I've got in this. And I hope you will be able to see inside of it properly. Oops, it's pretty heavy. There we go. I don't think I've added any salt as yet. So here we go. I'm gonna add maybe a teaspoon and a half of salt there. I might need to add more, but we will see. I just want to mix everything thoroughly together and then make sure I'm happy with the flavor. Then I add my mayo. I am happy with the flavor. I'm happy with the flavor. I could take a little cayenne in mine, but I said I'm going to skip the cayenne process. Now I'm going to get my mayo from the fridge. So here we go. As you can see, the quality of the mayo is very good. Oops, bring it a little closer. Yeah, I'm adding most of it. Not all, but most. I'm just leaving a little bit in the bowl. I'm going to mix this in. I might need a little bit more lime juice, but unfortunately, in the interest of time, I might have to use the bottle one, which I really don't like. But the limes that I have, you can't really get much out of them. So you actually need to put them in some warm water. And I don't have no more warm water at the moment. But this looks good. This looks good. This is looking pretty good. Taste again. Mm-hmm. This is tasting good. I'm going to now add a dollop more of the mayo. You don't want it to be dry, all right, and barky. You need it to be nice and moist, and you want to have some crunch. But this looks good. This looks like the real tuna and mayo. So it is chickpeas, tuna, and mayo, or tuna. No, we haven't made the bread as yet, but let me just show you how you can use this with your salad. I'll come over to the camera here. So here I've got my plate ready, and I'm just going to add some salad leaf to my bowl. I'm going to add a couple pieces of cucumber. All right, I'm going to add a few pieces of sweet pepper. I'm going to add a little sprinkle of red cabbage. And that's it. Oh, I've got some bean sprouts here. I've got some sprouts, some monk bean sprouts. Adding a few pieces of sprouts to this as well. All the carrot is inside of this. Now I'm going to put a dollop of my tuna mayo onto my salad. Yeah, there we go. A dollop of tuna mayo onto my salad. And just a little extra garnish. I'll add the little cayenne to mine. All right, there we go. And now I'm now going to add a little bit of extra mayo. Just drop it right there so I can have that little extra mayo on my plate. And I would ideally serve this with a slice of lime or lemon, just so persons who are going to eat it, individuals, could get that extra little zing. And of course, a little purple sprinkled over. So I hope you will enjoy making your tuna and mayo. And of course, you will make some flatbread, and you can serve this with your flatbread. Alternatively, you can put this on your salad, or you can make, when you make your homemade sliced bread, you could serve it, make up a nice sandwich, put a slice of your cheese in the sandwich and melt it, and you have tuna and mayo melt. Enjoy. Thank you. Davina signing out from the Natural Remedies Kitchen.